Hello and welcome. My name is Xerxes, and I will be the videographer for here on out for Nightingales and all of the raiding that we do. And I figured, since if any of you are watching the videos and since you're going to be seeing my UI a lot in the upcoming months as we're raiding, I figured I should do a brief overview of my add-ons. As you can see, it is fairly customized and open and all that other fun stuff. So we'll get right into it. First couple big things to note is my action bars here are definitely not standard. They are managed through an add-on called Dominoes, which is just a basic, replaces your standard UI and gives you just some customization options as for how many bars that you can have per row, their size, and whatnot. So that being said, actually now that I have that out of the way, this add-on underneath here is an add-on called KG Panels, and for the most part it doesn't do anything special. It just provides, like, since I have this add-on here, it just provides a little background that I can set my action bars on so they look more, I don't know, I guess the word would just be sleek. Okay, let me get that back into place there. It's gonna bug me. Alright, now the next big things to note here are, this here is probably familiar for everybody, is Recount, of course, but this here is a little different. This is a specialized graph add-on from SCADA, and what it allows me to do is during the course of a fight, it doesn't just track damage, but it tracks activity. So if everybody pops their cooldowns at the beginning of the fight, there will be a very large spike in the DPS. There'll be a bunch of different lines depending on how many people there are in the group, and of course as the fight progresses it will trail off. And as we go on, bloodlust, cooldowns, potions, all that crap, as it comes up, I'll be able to see that in your activity. So just to give you a little bit of a demo of what I'm talking about with this before I move on, I'll just attack the dummy here. Now the next thing that you'll probably see a lot of the time if we have some heavy AoE is this add-on I just turned on here. Now that add-on is called Tidy Plates. It's nothing special. It's a programmable mod set to either tank or DPS, or you can just set it to DPS and use it for healing, whatever you want to do. And it just changes out the custom standardized bars for nameplates. Actually, that's what they're called for enemies. And yeah, it's just nice little sleek looking option. As you can see, it's very useful for keeping track of dots and everything else. Like, I don't have to sit there and look down here all the time for my dots, which I was doing in the raid that we did the other night, which is a pain in the ass. Now if you'll notice that not only do I have custom bars, but at the same time you'll notice that whenever I mouse over an ability here, it also flashes purple or blue depending on if I'm clicking it or not. And that add-on is managed through an add-on called Mask, which is in combination with Button Facade. And all that is just a skin and color customization option for your action bars. It doesn't do anything special aside from that. Alright, so let's move on now. To up here is we have Citrina's buff frames, and it's just a customizable add-on for keeping track of your buffs, because I know WoW has the whole chop down thing where they have that one button that holds about 1,000 buffs, and it's kind of confusing if you need to click stuff on or you get bopped and it happens to go in that little area that you have to mouse over. It's a pain in the ass, drops your DPS, etc. Alright, now the little swirling blue circle here is my mini map, which is managed through an add-on called Sexy Map, which again is another completely customizable, just a little map add-on. Let's see if I can just quickly change something out here. I think it'll be, is it this one? No. Okay. I haven't played with this add-on in a long time, so I don't really remember what I'm doing. No, come on, I know it's in here somewhere. Ah, crap. Okay, well. I'll have to mess with this later, possibly make another video or whatnot. Anyway, yeah, basically there's just 1,000 different things you can do with this. You can turn it into a square, you can do this with it, which I have, all different kinds of colors and skins and options. It's just a neat little neat little add-on that allows you to just, you know, play with your minimap a little bit. Now, as you can see, I figured it out. So, you know, it's just, there's all kinds of little things that you can do with it for the most part. It's just a reskinning add-on for Sexy Map. But the default that it has is blue circles, which is this, which I think it's kind of cool. So, alright, now the next add-on we can move on to would be this here. As I mentioned earlier, this is Pitbull, and basically it's just a replacement option for the standard player frames and party frames and raid frames. Now, I would not recommend using the raid frames because it is very buggy and does not like to cooperate at all. So for now, I just have this turned on here, and it's for the most part it has some fairly nice customization options to it. For the most part, you don't really need it for anything special, really, but you can do all kinds of little things with it. It does track your specialized powers if you have them, holy power, you know, eclipse states, combo points, whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, and it also completely movable on the fly. You don't really need to worry about playing with it too much. On top of that, and DBM, I have just a little bag add-on here. I figured I should point out because it's actually kind of handy. This is Bagnon, and it just takes all of your bags and squishes them into one gigantic frame. And for the most part, it is another fully customizable add-on. That is actually quite useful for the most part, so you're not looking bag through bag through bag trying to find shit. It's just all right there. Okay, well, that about does it for the things that you'll probably see in my UI. Actually, no, it doesn't. Now that I think of it, I need to do this again. Now, these scrolling convex here, I'm sorry I forgot to mention it earlier, is run by an add-on called Milk Scrolling Battle Text, and it is exactly as it sounds. It's just a upgraded add-on for an upgraded scrolling battle text from the standard, you know, green, white, and yellow text that the standard UI gives you. And yeah, it just, everything you do, whether it be healing or DPS, white damage, whatever, it just scrolls by. If you get crits, as you can probably see here, you'll see one in a second now that I got a Star Search proc, they come up here. They're a bit bigger than everything else. Like they hang on your screen like that. It says, you know, 11k, 2 hits, 1 crit, etc, etc. And yeah, if you have any healing coming in or going out, it'll pop up on the other side of you. There's also 2 other options, notifications and static. Every time you gain mana or something comes off cooldown, those will appear up here or down here. I prefer them not to have them turned on because, for one, I watch my cooldowns for the most part, so I don't really need it as well. It also takes up space, which is a pain in the ass, because I actually have a video where that's up right now that it actually got in the way because I was trying to figure out what happened on that fight when we had a healer bounce the ball on Xanos when it shouldn't have been. And yeah, for the most part, that add-on, he just kind of disappeared behind the text. So, got rid of that real quick. Alright, well, yeah, like I said earlier, I am Xerxes, and I will be videotaping all of our raids upcoming. So if you have any other questions about my UI, or if you'd like to get into customizing your own and would like some tips, tricks, ideas, I've had about 1,000 different UIs over the course of the few years that I've been playing. So if you have any tips, tricks, comments, concerns, or you want some advice on anything, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Alright, so yeah, everyone have a good day, and thanks for watching.